one of the best scientific minds.
Hello everyone, how you do? Yeah, been a minute since I made a response, but I think it's like fully time to actually treat this very seriously, and because this is a very serious topic. So, as you know, this is my response video to 2 of the Mal videos that's on me, and I have been not responding for it for a minute and just letting it ride the waves, but I think it's time to actually own up and respond to everything, because I listened to everything you say and everything you guys told me, and honestly I think you deserve that, so thank you. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with main objective is here is my Discord servers. I know that's one thing that was very problematic when it came to my time on VR chat. Now, when I started doing my Discord servers, it was when I was like 17. I made my first ever Discord server for my world when I was 17, and I put it in my world for a bit. I had people access and go into it. So when the people was joining my server, I was actually happy with it. Most of the people in there was mainly my friends, mainly the people who I mainly trust, and it just got bigger from then. The more it got bigger, the more of the man of a certain type of content was demanding, which was NSFW. I will say this in hindsight, making it NSFW was probably the worst thing I could ever do, because even since I was a minor myself, I should not have put any NSFW thing regardless if I was minor or not, because it just wasn't what I wanted, and 2, it's something I couldn't even handle at the time. But I did. I went with it for a minute. For a long time, I have went with this NSFW, and I have been notified by other people that we should add ID verification. I listened, and I was very, very happy to do it. Me and my moderators, we would that's one of my moderators being Spicy Pan, we got the ticket bot, we took it, and we made a ID verification server thing. We was enjoying that, we had a lot of people going tickets and everything, and we was enjoying it. I was perfectly fine with it. Until, not to put any blame on anybody, but this is just the reason. Until Spicy Pan came up to me and said, hey, this is getting a little bit too much, a little bit too much for me, and I don't think I'm able to handle this server, because I think we should just keep it like a normal thing. So I said, okay, let's remove it. So I removed it, and that was really wrong. I think I should have stood my ground instead of just allowing my friend to just convince me as much. And that's kind of why my verification on Discord servers was bad continuing from this. Now, my intent was never to get anybody who was younger into my servers. That was never my intent. My intent was just to make my friend happy. I was a minor myself, and that's just all I cared about, was just making my friend happy. I didn't think twice. I didn't think that people could call me, or the dangers of it, which I now apologize for. Because I should, even though I was a minor, I should have understood what I was doing, and probably somebody else should have told me as well, because I allowed people who was younger to may get hurt by this. So after a while, I started to hate it, the NSFW. I started to really not be fond of it. I just started to really not be fond of anything to do with NSFW. And after a while, I just said, you know what? I'm gonna delete it. So I deleted it. I was happy. I was cool. Until I realized my server just became dead. As soon as I deleted the NSFW, my server became dead. And to, a 17-year-old, like, that's kind of like everything to you. Like, oh my god, my server died. What am I supposed to do? And I'm over there contemplating, thinking, and I'm like, okay, I'll add it back. And I added it back, and everybody started talking again. So I let that go, and to the point where I was like, okay, I hate this. Then I took it away. But everybody hated that, so I gave it back. To the point where I said, I'm done. I'm tired of this. And I had 8,000 people in that server. 8,000. And I deleted it. Because I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take that anymore. I couldn't. And it's the reason why that I have very bad things when it comes to NSFW or going into those spaces, because the people around me kept pushing me into those spaces. Now we're gonna go to my second server with Neko. Now, second server was the same thing. We had a vacation, and again, my mods was complaining again, so I took it away. But we had like a little button thing, or like a little things. It was mainly safe for work. I mainly just wanted to be chill, but of course, my fans kept asking me for NSFW, so I said, okay, fine, have it. Neko came into the server. Now, at the time, if I was friends with you and I just trusted you, like as a mod, I would choose your mod. Because, I don't know, if you was just a person who was normal or chill, I would make your mod. Was it wrong? Yes. I should have way better just making people mods, but, I asked Neko, she wants to be a mod, and she did. Now, at the time, I'm gonna keep this, never knew her age. In hindsight, I should have always asked. Because we have to remember that now, I'm now adult. Like, I'm like adult now. I have to learn not to just, ask these things. But I didn't. And I went on and, made her mod, and she became, mod. And she won vacation, and I was wholly hard with that. And now, it was great. But let me get to the DMs that you saw in Mal's video. Now, when I started, when we was talking normally. There was no thing weird at all. Our DM's always been normal. I have talked to her normally, like a coworker, and that was it. Again, I didn't know her age, but I didn't talk to her any differently. There was, and I mean this, no intent, no sexual attraction, anything there. When Neko showed me a picture of herself, I said, "Oh, cool, that's a cool picture of you." She said I can see more of her on her Instagram. So I do just that. I go to her Instagram, and there was a picture that very took me aback. Now, in hindsight, I should have checked everything. Again, I don't use Instagram. I didn't check the bio. I didn't know the age still. But when I saw it, all I saw was a very suggestive picture. Not saying it's sexual, not saying it was made for that, just saying it was suggestive. So I was taken aback and wanted to talk about it. That's why I asked that question there. Now, I want you to explain something. When I ask those questions, there's three things. When I ask those questions, there's like two things. When I ask those questions, I didn't ask that question out of just, oh, that looks nice. No, I asked those questions because there's been many times where women, since I was known, and yes, this might be probably was egotistical of me, I would just assume like they might have an interest into me, or they might doing that to interest in me, and that was very much the case at the time. So I was asking that because I'm a loyal man, and I didn't want to. I wanted to just check if she's doing this as a way to like me or something. Now, the way I was talking was in a way of testing and more of just uncomfortable. I do admit when I am uncomfortable, I do sound flirty. It's just a personality thing of me. I don't know why. It's just I try to be nice, yet not reject too much, because I feel like I will hurt that person's feelings. And it's the reason why I came out as flirting, but more of as like trying to show you I'm uncomfortable, but I didn't really show it, and it just came off looking like I flirted when I didn't. And in hindsight, if you looked at those messages, you could get the idea of I was flirting. You could, because how I am. And I can tell you very much that was not the case. All I was saying in there was to make sure that she didn't like me. I didn't want her to like me. I didn't want her to even be interested in me. That's why I asked those questions. There was no other reason for that. And that was the only reason. To test if she did. Was it egotistical? Probably. Did it lead into an awkward conversation? Yes, it did. Because when she asked me if it was a problem, I said, no, there's no problem. I said she's pretty, and I just left it at that because I just didn't want to be mean. Because, honestly, she's a normal looking girl. I didn't want to be mean. I didn't want to I'd just be like, oh no, you're ugly. I don't want to do that. By the way, I want to say, because the response video I did, the first time I did call her some names that I should not have called her. That was crazy. I think that was actually really, really mean to call her a slut or a whore. That was wrong of me. Completely. There's nothing I can say that will make that any, right. That was wrong. Very wrong. It's like, there's nothing I can say to even talk about. That is completely wrong, what I said. Nothing I can say that actually would justify what I said there. Because, regardless, if it is for a reason, it was wrong of me, and she did not deserve that. So, as for now, we're gonna go back to the Discord servers again, because after this, I will show on screen that I have made it clear to Neko I was not interested in her, and I have showed on screen that I was not ever interested in her. And if you can see it by screenshots, I told her very much that I have a girl and I'm not interested in her. So we're gonna go back to Discord servers, because this is where it actually leads to. She became a mod in my Discord server, and she asked me what was my favorite Fanina pitch, because she was trying to do something for the mod or thing. I didn't know, because she just said, what was your favorite Discord picture? If you see by the screenshots here, she just asked me just straight up. I didn't know it was for the Discord server. And so I just sent her my favorite one, which was NSFW1, but because of the art style, by the way. I liked it because of the art style. It was nice. And also it was just, at the time, I just liked it because the art style was cool. It looked actually good, unlike the actual models. So, and me sending that was because, one, again, wasn't to just be like, oh, I like you. No, it was literally just because it was just my favorite one at the time. And again, I feel very wrong for sending that, first of all, because, again, I didn't know her age. But, again, it wasn't for that reason. I just sent it because she asked it. I should have thought twice instead of sending that. I should have sent a safe for work one, or just another one. I should have thought twice instead of just sending it. But, again, I trusted her, and that was the reason why I did it, because it wasn't for any intent or any reason that was that. There was no just, oh, here, I want you to know. I wasn't, no. That was not the case. But she asked me that because she wanted to do some banners. So she's like, oh, I found one. I'm like, okay, cool. She wanted to do verification. I did verification. I was like, yeah, I'm cool with that because I actually preferred it very much. I preferred it, and I liked the fact that she wanted that. Very much so. Very much so. I was very into that. But, again, I got peer pressured. The people on the server was like, we want SFW. They have ID verification? I'm gonna leave it. And till my damn egotistical and fame chasing brain, I removed it for a different one. So people can, not hate me. And again, it wasn't for any intent to get any minors in there. Again, that wasn't my intention. My intention wasn't that. Again, like I said previously, I apologize for that. But that wasn't my intent. My intent was just more numbers. That is wrong, but that is the real intent. There was no intent of like, oh, I'm doing this so you can get, no. I didn't want to endanger any minors. That wasn't my intent. I even said that it is your fault, and we find that you're a minor in there, we will kick you. Because I didn't want to endanger anybody. No minors, no anything. I wanted people to know that it is like not me, because I don't want to be the one that hurts you. I want you to know that you are going into something that you should not be a part of. Like, this is not suitable for younger ages. I put that multiple times. I didn't just remove the verification like Mal says. No, I said it clearly. This is not for kids. This is for people who are older, and what you see can scar you. So just be aware of what you're clicking on. Now, at the time, I was treating it kind of like a porn site, or like kind of like the Five Nights at Freddy's server, when you just press a button and you get in there because, oh, it's like that. And was it wrong? In a way, because yes, I am saying like I'm not doing it for a reason, but I'm also just allowing kids to get hurt at the end of the day. It's to tell them that what they're doing is wrong, and I'm not responsible for what they see, but I should have also put verification just to make sure that no minors get hurt. Because certain verifications are different. I would say that I wasn't wrong per se, but I wasn't right. I should have definitely kept her verification. And removing it for the reason because of one, numbers, and two, just not willing to put a burden on people was wrong. That was my wrong. But the verification itself wasn't wrong. It was just the reason why I did it was wrong. Because just not to have burden on people, you gotta have some, backbone. Even if you don't want people to, hate you for this, you gotta let them hate you, because you have to do what will be best for them. Because, for example, yeah, I cannot take responsibility. I can be like, yeah, whatever. You can have no notification, and yeah, whatever you see is your fault, right? It's like going to a gore site and expecting to see sunshine and rainbows, and when you see it, it's like, oh my god, yeah. You know what you sign up for. But I should have put something, because at the end of the day, it's just better. It's better to just, and it's morally right, to just put a little bit more so you can actually, be, sure that nobody's getting hurt. You can be sure that everybody else is an adult there. By the way, there was no RP stuff, by the way. So, I just want you to realize that that's why. So, and me removing the verification, I left the server to her because it was getting too much. And so I said, you know what? Here, have the safe at work server and the verification. I'll go make my own server. So I made my own server, And I just went into what people wanted me, which was the NSFW. I said, you know, if y'all want that so much, I'll go. And guess what? It got really big. Everybody loved that. Everybody went in there, the Five Nights at Freddy's servers reposting it, and I was like, well, I guess I was right. And I didn't like that, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. That's it. Whatever. And I had my little verification. You put your birthday, and you go in there. Was it terrible? Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty terrible verification. But it worked at the time. And if you lied about your age, that is on you. But I should have definitely kept that verification. I was just too scared. And I felt really bad after. But, you know, it went on for a while. Until, you know, and it was good. Now, Neko wanted to moderate for it. So I allowed her because she wanted to moderate it. And she told me, hey, you know, we should do something more. It should be like fully. I'm like, okay, cool. She then tells me this. She tells me her age for the first time in forever. Oh, I'm 17. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. You're 17? That's what I said to myself. So, I instantly said, whoa, why are you trying to moderate for this? And this is the reason why she told me. I'm mature enough. I'm more mature than these people. So I can moderate for it. And I'm like, no, you can't. So I said, no, I have to get you off a mod. Now, this didn't happen before some other stuff, which was she was causing havoc with the other people, attacking people in the server, and causing multiple problems in the server. Generally. So, I went to my mods, and I said, what y'all want? Y'all want Neko as a mod or not? They said no. So, I said, okay, I will have to remove you. So we removed her. And why I didn't move her at first? Because I was trying to be her friend. I was trying to be known. But we removed her, and especially with the whole minor thing, I got her the heck out. We got her out. Completely. Get her out. And this is where she goes on to her document and makes the whole thing on me. She went to the document, called me a pedo for the flirty text and the verification. Which, fair. But again, it's not my intent. And two, I have told her multiple times I was not interested in her. She has also tried to fake Instagram accounts with my name with a tiger on it, profile picture, which I still have actual evidence of. I actually have those screenshots, which I can put on screen, to try to frame me. Which is what she has now taken out of her doc. Because these are screenshots of her blatantly trying to frame me. Of me showing that I was interested into her when I wasn't. Now, all of this has left for a minute. I was gone, I was doing my own thing, making my own worlds, and doing my own stuff. Until we get to a Pacific game that everybody, if you know me, should know. Amanda the Adventurer. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so basically, Amanda the Adventurer. So, now, at first, when I played the game, I want y'all to get this out of your head. No, I didn't love this person because I was like, oh, I was so into you. I wanna. No, I wasn't like jerking off to her. Okay, I was invested into the horror game because it was a really good horror game, and I resonated with Amanda because she was a cool character. And I didn't think of her as a weird way. Now, this gonna go back to this. At the time when I made the Faninas, I was very person who was, the models on VR chat are safe for work, but any of the art, like for example, you know, porn or anything, that could be NSFW. But when it comes to like the models and the avatars, I saw that as safe for work. And I want to put that because I keep saying, oh, Faninas is safe for work. No, Fanina isn't safe for work. The avatars and worlds, well, maybe not the worlds, some worlds are, but mostly avatars are. And by safe for work, I don't mean big breasts or suggestive. I mean that they don't go naked, or they have no, you know, they don't have any, like, parts, because they don't. And I'll show that right now. They have no parts, which the Amanda one did use is the Manskin did use the normal versions with no anything, no anything, no tits, those are cropped out and they're tucked out, by the way. So it was never ever NSFW, and it was never ever able to have any nudity toggles or any, what is it? The thing. What is it? Penetrator options. Okay, none of that. So, when I went to this is what I meant by I just want to make a safer work version of the monster version, aka the big old scaly and disgusting looking demon version of Amanda, not the regular one. No, heavens no, that was not the first one I even made. The first one I made was the monster version, which was generally the one that was supposed to be like a evil version, not the kid one. So, this is something I now apologize for completely. It was not intent to make anything sexual or anything to fetishize this character. It was mainly to make it for fun, for a funny little avatar. And the monster one was that, just a cool looking avatar. That's it. Because at the time I only used the Fininas. I had really no other models I was using, so I was like, funny looking avatar. And at the time, the monster version didn't even exist. Like the ported version from like the game didn't even exist. So if it did, I probably would use that. So it was, and the reason why I used those models wasn't because I just went on my way. It was because that was the only models I had. I didn't really have any other models to really use. Is that a cop-out? I don't know. But that is the real reason. So, when I did make the monster version, my girl obviously, once you know, obviously went on to me about it. Said it was wrong, you should do it because people are going to call you pedo, people are going to be stupid and call you groomer. And guess what? She was right. Very much right. Now, there's her in the background. Yeah, she's right. Completely right about that. And as you clearly see now. So, when they called me that, I was mad. Because I knew I wasn't one. I knew my intentions. I knew that I never cared about the Fininas that way. I knew that I would never even think of Amanda that way. That wasn't the reason why. So, I took it upon myself to say, oh, you think I am? Well, fuck you. I will make it, actually, to fuck with you. Now, that was stupid. That was so edgy, yet so dumb. And when I went to my first apologies, I said, oh, Satanism, or something. What I mean by Satanism, or any of that, I mean self-destruction. I did that because at the time I was in my dorm room self-destructing and saying, you know what? Fuck everybody. Society disgusting. They're all stupid. I was in my little edgy phase at 19? I don't know how you have an edgy phase at 19, but leave it up to me, my dumb ass, to have an edgy phase at 19. I swear. I'm dumb. So, it's so stupid. And so I was over there being like, fuck everybody. I hate myself. I want to kill myself. And so I made it. Just to fuck with people, because that's how fucking much I hate myself. I just wanted to kill myself. So I just said, hey, fuck you. Eat a dick. I don't care anymore. I don't care if you hate me or not. And now I wish I never did. I wish I just sucked it up and said, you know what? You're right, guys. Let me delete it. I'm sorry. Because normal me would have said that. Honestly, I would have said that. I would have said, you know what, guys? You're right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. Because I would. Because I was very much a people pleaser back then, and still am. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, my fault. I should have left it alone. But I didn't. Now, the avatar wasn't an SW. I made sure of that. I put it as behind my code, and by the way, people who kept saying that the things behind my code at NSFW, no, it wasn't. None of them was ever any NSFW avatars. All of them was using every safe for work thing ever. I don't want people to even get that claim of, oh, the code. No. If you actually put in that code, you will see that all the avatars was safe for work. And again, I wanted to please you. Safe for work, by what I mean by safe for work is no nudity options and no able to and no penetrator options. Not suggestive. I'm saying safe for work for those reasons. Now, when I'm going to say suggestive, which all of Indians are suggestive, by the way, I just want you to know that. I'm saying it's not NSFW because in the VR chat, NSFW means penetrator and nips. Okay? Just want to tell that, so anybody who claims like, oh, it's still, no. I mean safe for work, that's what I mean. So you don't get any claims. Alright? Cool. So now that's why. That is why, completely why for Amanda. There is no other reason besides it. There's no, I fetishize, no. I was literally doing it as a way to say, fuck you, and the monster was just for fun. Now, looking back on them, I think that was very wrong. Very disgusting, very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Okay? Terrible. Okay? There is no justifying that. Terrible. It's why I see people who do it now, like the one I just texted on Twitter, is disgusting. Because it is. I saw it as disgusting too when I was making it, but I did it to say fuck you because I was self-destructing. And again, the avatars were just an avatar to me, so I just said, it's just an avatar. But again, it was disgusting. And I showed that because in my first apology, I thought the same fucking thing. It was disgusting. There was no justifying it. And it's why I should have been more clear that, no, I am not justifying this avatar. This avatar is wrong no matter what context, because you should not have done that even if you didn't mean it that way. It's why I commend people who told me about that is wrong, and I say, you're right, and I commend you for that. Thank you, because it has now eventually got to my brain and said, you're right, I can be better. And I appreciate that. Now, as for my worlds is always safe for work in my eyes. Again, I would put suggestive pictures because, again, I was trying to be a people pleaser because that gives you the most views. But my worlds was always safe for work. I never really liked ERP. I never even cared for people ERP in my world. But at the time, I was like, whatever. People just gonna keep on fucking disrespecting my rules. I would kick people who ERP and stuff. I would kick the people, but I was like, you know what? I can't do anything. They just keep on going. And mind you, the admin panel did not exist at the time, so I just kind of said whatever. So yeah. Now I know this is another point that was a point here. My server age limits. Now, at the time, there was no age limit on my servers because it was just for avatars, just funny things. But I started putting age limits because we had the admin panel. That was cool. I was wanting a 17 plus fucking age limit. I was like, okay, 17 people, cool. I want those only. Of course, me being the people pleaser myself, and honestly, my friends are a little bit weird, okay? Because they was like, you should turn it down to 15 or something, or not really 17. I'm like, are you sure about that? I don't know about that one. I think we should keep it at 17. But of course, me being a people pleaser, just said, okay, fine. Which is a very bad trait of mine. I really gotta get over that trait very much. So I made it 15 out of my better judgment. And of course, I got the shit rocked out on me because I decided, my dumb ass, to put an ERP little fucking sign next to it. It's being like, haha, funny, because everybody else is putting ERP and I just want to troll people, haha. Because there was no ERP. You couldn't ERP. If you ERP, I would have kicked you. I just did it as a little funny, haha. But of course, my dumbass not thinking twice. Oh, if someone sees that, people are gonna think like 15 plus ERP. Wait, this guy's getting minus the ERP. Yeah. I don't know why I was that stupid. I don't know why I did not think that putting ERP just to get trolleys and like more people. I don't know how I didn't think someone was gonna get to that knowledge. Because that's obvious they're gonna think that. They're gonna obviously look at that and be like, 15 plus an ERP? That yeah. Like, I don't know what was I thinking in my mind. I was thinking like, oh, I'm trolling them because you can't even ERP in the first place. But no, my dumbass. That's why I deserve my nuisance rank. That was stupid of me. Like, I deserve that. That's like, how am I gonna do that? Like, I should deserve that. So, by the way, I wish I did leave creation after my nuisance rank because I would have been so good right now. I would literally learn and I'll be fine. No creating for me. Just creating stuff on coffee, dude. I would have been fine right now. I'll be chilling. Be like, you know what? I don't need to create, man. Hey, fuck it. I'm a nuisance. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I would have been fine right now. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. The same reason why the Finland nightclub thing was 15 plus is not because it was actually 15 plus. The actual age limit in the world was more. I just didn't want to change it because I was lazy, and I just saw the world as just an avatar world. I didn't even think of it sexual at all. I just saw it as an avatar world, so I didn't even make it for any sexual intent. Again, I just really made it because it's an avatar world and it's FNAF. So. And I made sure to remove everything that had any sex-related thing to it. I made sure to remove any weird pictures, anything to be any weird, delete everything about it, so it can be fully safe for work. By the way, I'm telling you this because I went out of my way to make sure that the things that I'm doing, well, suggestive, but not NSFW. Because I have been banned multiple times for NSFW avatars that I have never made. All my avatars was always using the safe for work models, which will show on screen, and always using this straight up nothing and making sure that there is no anything, because I never liked NSFW making any NSFW avatars. Make sure that there's no nudity and no anything. I made sure of that. By the way, this is why that I want to stress this enough. Every time I have tried to respect TOS and try to understand how to work with VR chat. But I was ever notified, and I'm going to show you screenshots of all my bans, why I was banned, why I got this, why this was the reason, what to do to fix it, and nothing at all. If I was told that I had to put tags, or if I was told that I had to do this, none of this would happen, and I already would have known what I was doing was wrong. Just want you to get that across. So, that's pretty much it when it comes to the worlds, Ninas, all of that. Anything I made content-wise was never to do anything sexual. It was never to do anything that bad. Nothing for sexual, nothing. When the Mal video came out, I said, okay, let me change the world to 18 plus, because I wanted to be like, okay, people see me as an NSFW artist, let me become one. So I made the world 18 plus to make people, have fun and not actually be terrible. I just didn't want people to do any more minds, no anything, just wanted everything to be perfectly good. Turns out VR chat hates that. I didn't know that putting 18 plus in a world just gets you banned. I didn't know that because I was trying to actually work with VR chat very much, and I didn't know that. I wish they told me that because I feel like my permaban is very unjust. I know what you guys think, but honestly, I was trying to actually put verification in everywhere. My Discords, the worlds, and everything. Having all of my admins being completely overage and knowing that all of them are that. Just making sure everything is fine. Putting all I can do to do that, because I was labeled as an NSFW artist, and which I asked my Twitter about this. So I said, I will do what I need to do as an NSFW artist. If you want me to become one, I will, and I will put all verification. Blah, 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 blah. But the second I did that, I got banned. Which is just very wrong. Because I've literally made nothing, no NSFW, did not use any clients, did not use any VPNs, just trying to make content, which they now allow, by the way, and even worse verifications of the new nightclub. And I just wanted to do that. That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was that. I just wanted to make content that was safe for everyone. And when I couldn't, I did what I could and tried my best to respect everybody, to understand what Mal was saying, to understand what the people were saying, and to understand what VR chat was saying. That last world I made wasn't for any other reason but for people to be respecting to every criticism I ever faced. Just want you all to know that. So, now, for the reasons why I have continued creating and all that, is because, it's still my hobby. I still like making content, still like making avatars, still like doing this. And after being banned, it just kind of hurts, because I really tried to make the best I can. I wasn't trying to do anything for any reason. I wasn't trying to attack or hurt anybody or make things. When anybody gave me any criticism, I would always try my best to do that. You said education, I do it. And and that's what I did. Now we're gonna go to the discourse I made later. Mal made some claims that I allowed some fake IDs. First one, the first picture that I will show up on screen too, is from a place called Crimson Nightclub. This is after I made a deal with Mal. I would delete all of my my discords and the world, which I have done. By the way, if y'all know, we didn't have a deal. I have deleted those worlds. I have deleted that too. I said, okay, I'm fine. And that's what I was doing. Till, I went to go text his thing. He blocked me from texting his chat. So I thought he was just going against his deal. So I said, yo, man, what happened? Do you want me to just make it again? Because I thought you actually changed. He's like, oh, you're going to get your deal. Trying to put me as a person that I wasn't. Trying to say I was going against my deal when I didn't. And I was so much saying, okay, I still won't do it. Because I didn't. I still said, you know what? You want to make the videos back on me? Even though I straight up did not do it and I did what he said, he still wanted to do it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger man here and still not post it. Because that's why I did it. I made sure not to post it. I made sure not to post any of those worlds or discords. Because I wanted to be better. I wanted to take his criticism and actually become a better person. But he didn't see it that way. He wanted to see it as a way that I wasn't trying to do. He wanted to see it as a way of, oh, you're just doing it. No. I was literally trying to be as responsible and understanding of him. It's the reason why my Discord servers had been deleted. It's the reason why of this, because I understand him. I can understand my flaws. So I wanted my best to do that, and yet every time I do that, he always complains. And I try my best. I do what I can. And this is why he has a video back on me on the wedding. Because here's screenshots of him actually thinking I'm not a pedo. Of him even claiming I'm not one, and even telling Neko I'm not one. Because I really wanted him to know that that's not my intentions. I wanted him to know I am a person who wants to change. I wanted him to know that I really want to change myself. I wanted him to know that this is why I did these things, and I want him to know that I want to be a better person. Yet, he did not think of that. And now he's on this whole thing, you are one, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm going to explain everything here that he has claimed. So, I already went through the servers, we already did that, and we already went that. Now, Crimson Nightclub. This little picture of here that I'm showing again, this was made as a fan-made thing by a person named Crimson. It's why it's called Crimson Nightclub. It's a fan-made server from mine. They made it, and they was like, okay, we're gonna add some people. I joined it because it was cool. It's a fan server. I didn't do anything. I just chilled, had my fun, put my identification in there, put my ID, got in there. Cool, chill. Turns out Crimson just goes at everyone. Guys, I'm a minor. I'm gonna leave. bye-bye, and gave me the damn owner. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? What? Why? I don't want to be owner. You know, I was like, what the fuck? Because, like, he just added us that, like, and he didn't even tell me, like, oh, I was owner or anything. Like, he just added that saying, okay, I left it like that. Turns out, somebody was allowing fake IDs into the server. And then I check. I'm like, wait, I'm an owner of that? Wait, what the fuck? So I left it because I didn't even know I was owner. I didn't even know. Like, I was like, wait, you turned me into an owner? Because when he announced the thing, he just said that he's leaving. So I said, okay. But now he made me an owner? So I had to leave it. I left it. I said, no, I'm not being a part of this. So I left it, and I want y'all to know, that was not that was not me allowing that. I did not allow that ID. I did not allow that McLoving ID into the server at all. That was not me. If I wouldn't know that was fake. If I was actually manually doing that, I was like, dude, what the fuck? This is fake. That was not me. And anytime I've ever allowed a fake ID, ever, I want y'all to know, I have double checked it. And we're gonna go to another claim. It's like, oh, he has a fake ID. Which here, by the way, this screenshot here, I want y'all to realize something in this screenshot. Mao sent an actual miner into my NSFW server, because that's one of the Mao people who are actually with him, right? To get into the server. Now, I'm not gonna claim it's a miner or not, but I think it is. I don't know, but if it is, that's even worse. But it allows you to get somebody to fake the ID in there. And now this ID was really good. Until my girl, I even checked. I was like, let me see. Double check. I asked Score. I asked my moderators. I went double checked. I said, okay, you guys think? She's like, yeah, okay, we allow it. Okay, we allow it. Cool. Turns out, it was fake. So, I said, you know what? Man, let's say bot. I'm gonna add a bot. And the bot worked really well. We added the ID bots, and everything was really well working. You know, everything was really fine. But again, people didn't join, and I was like, okay, whatever. You know, I'm getting really tired of this stuff. So, you know, I was just like, whatever. Not responsibility anymore. I'm tired. I'm fucking dead. I'm dread. I have all these allegations. I just feel like shit. So, you know, my intent, again, wasn't to allow any minors in there. My intent wasn't anything. I just didn't even, I double checked if it was actually an ID thing, and I added an ID bot for a reason. So, yeah. That's for that claim, by the way. As for other claims by him, I think I actually went over pretty much everything, actually. Yeah, I think I went over pretty much everything. But, as I know, this is what I'm going to say now to everything else. Now, moving forward, again, all of my stuff, I always wanted to make my content for just everyone. All of my stuff, I actually wanted to just be nice and take every responsibility, understanding what's my wrongs and becoming better. I have been on VR chat, talking to people, helping my friends and everything. I want people to know I don't want to be the man I was before. I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to be dumb and allow any badness to happen to me or ever to happen to anybody else. And this is what I'm going to say this. I apologize for all of my irresponsible actions. Of me removing ID verifications. Of me having, bad verification in worlds. And of me just being a mean person to people who called me out or just mean person in general. I am sorry, Neko, for calling you, slurs, all of that. I'm sorry, Candy X Corpse, for attacking your world. I am sorry for everything I have ever done. I'm sorry for the harm I have caused because of my carelessness. I am sorry for the harm that I have done for not thinking or being ignorant to what could actually happen. I am sorry for being ignorant, and I'm sorry for my careless actions. My intentions was never to harm or ever to be interested in any underage person or ever to harm anybody who is even older or younger. My intention was just to create and have people to enjoy my content and have fun. But with my carelessness of not thinking or not understanding how to hold a community, I have hurt people with my carelessness, and I am extremely sorry, and I take full accountability for my actions. Full. 100%. And I am sorry. Now, we're gonna get to three things I want to show you here. Reasons on taking down Matt's video. I took down Matt's videos not to destroy any information about me, because honestly, I'm fine with you making videos about me. I wasn't fine with him talking or saying my name or saying my state or doing that, because he doesn't take this information for documentaries. If he did it, I can understand it. But the fact that he does it for a reason, and also because if you put my name, people will like, oh, he's a pedophile, let me go get him arrested, okay? There's a reason why I don't want my name out, because I don't want people to just assume I'm a pedophile and then starts trying to get me arrested, my family arrested, or anybody arrested because they have my name. I think that's a pretty clear understanding on why I don't want people to have my name, so they don't do anything disgusting by like telling my job or doing. It's pretty reasons why I don't want that. But here's the screenshots of Mao basically trying to contact my brother Jordan and my family about this content, about this stuff, which is very against what he's doing, very against journalism, very against documents to even go and harass my family. Please do not attack my family. Please do not contact my family. My family has nothing to do with the situation, and they hate when you contact them. Stop contacting them. Stop ringing them. Stop trying to notify them. They don't want any part of it. They will not believe you. Just want you to know, they will not care what you're saying to them. They have nothing to do with this. Please stop. So this is the reason why I removed it. I don't want my personal information out there, so nobody around me, my personal friends, my family, or my girlfriend, or anybody who I am close with physically in real life to be contacted. Okay? Right now, the video up right now is fine. Having my name completely out is fine. I am perfectly fine with that. You can call me whatever you want on the book, but please do not put my real information on there, because I don't want my actual information out. You can keep it online, and that's it. Let's keep it online, and that's it. Okay? Alright. Now, Mao is an understandable person. He does these content for a real reason. He does these content for good, right? But Mao doesn't do it just because he has a very big, like, yeah, I'm doing good. He does it for clout. And he knows this. He has mentioned it multiple times in the screenshots. He has mentioned it that he does, even in comments, that he does it for a job or clout. And he doesn't do it for a real reason. That's not saying that it diminishes what he's talking about. Obviously it doesn't. But I don't think that is a good reason for him to make these videos. This is wrong if you're just using it as a way to get money or for clout. He's also a person who has claimed that he doesn't care for the argument of pedophilia, online pedophilia, lolicon is okay, all this stuff, which I think is very hypocritical, since he's already arguing about all of these topics. He's arguing about all of these topics that are completely serious, and yet
I don't think too much. It's meaningless, like funny and entertaining, especially when it's about meaningless shit that doesn't matter. Like internet pedophilia, who fucking cares about that shit, dude? Like it's meaningless, like bullshit, fun to laugh about. I don't think too much about it. It's like fun to argue about. That's it. With retards online about meaningless drama, dude. Who? Okay, genuinely, who fucking cares about Shota and Lolly and shit? It's meaningless. Who fucking cares? It's fucking drawings. They're not hurting anybody. The only thing that it's hurting is the people who consume that product. Like, realistically, it's not a harmful product other than the people who consume it themselves, right? Who fucking cares about that shit? It's a meaningless drama to fucking, like, argue about online. And I don't see it as anything more than that. I like to argue for fun because it's entertaining and because I'm bored online when I have nothing else to do other than like edit like retard videos or play like Death Stranding for 12 hours straight, right?
Is where you see his hypocrisy. He is clearly claiming that doesn't see lolly as things like, who cares about that? Who cares about lollies? Who cares about this? Who cares about pedophilia? It's meaningless, or it's nothing really of specialty, is why I think it's wrong. These claims he has claimed himself is very serious, and so he should always treat it with seriousness. He should never treat it with anything but that. He doesn't treat it seriously when he's off camera, but when he's on camera, he goes on this, oh yeah guys, this is all this. No, he doesn't really do it for any really good reason. Why he doesn't? Because even Neko, the victim, says he doesn't want my video up right now, and he has told me, who cares what Neko thinks? He have said on our stream, which is that voice call that you have saw in his video, he have said that completely. You should always care what the victim thinks. Because honestly, you might be like, this guy is terrible. If the victim doesn't want that out, let the victim not have that out. You should always put that person above all. It's what they do in courts. It's what they do in multiple occasions. And only change when it's like a little bit, stuff. But this is just online. She should have a right to say, I want this done. Because she's the one who made the document, and she's the one who should have the say. Now, I would say this now, moving forward. Why I left Fanina? I have left Fanina because I am done with obligation. I have been doing Fanina because I wanted people to like me or people to do it. But after a while, I started getting bored. I went to the e-girls multiple times, but I went back because that's what people wanted. And I'm tired of that. I want to go into something I find funner. Something that is more my style, and something I can make into something that isn't sexual or sexual. Something that isn't suggestive or suggestive. Sorry, not sexual. Something that isn't suggestive or suggestive. And basically make it, what I want. The imps I'm doing right now, I'm very more creative with. I can make them anything I want. I can make them a boy, a guy, a girl. I can make them anything. It has different clothing options. It's more funner, and it works better. And I won't be seen as weird for making FNAF, but that. And firstly, it gives me a break from doing something that it was completely just destroying my mind, and I was doing out of obligation. Now, what I am telling you is going forward as well. And also, one key thing, one little point here I want to say. My Twitter is the only thing I deem as NSFW. Everything else, art-wise, keyword art-wise, is safe for work. So that means my servers, my YouTube, all that. That's safe for work, okay? Twitter is the only thing who I deem is not safe for work. Meaning where I post, art that isn't safe for work. That's the only thing I ever deem. Okay? It's just my little account that I have. Okay? Just want y'all to know. So, I just want you to know that that is NSFW content, and if you are a minor following my content, I will block you. Okay? Generally, I will block you because I post very bad stuff here. And I'm going to block you on every chance. Because I don't want to interact. Okay? Because you should not be having any access to my Twitter. So I'm sorry if any minors or follow me, or if I interacted with you, you just know that you'll be blocked now, because I learned now what I have should not be accessed to everyone. Even if Twitter is a public platform, I have to remember that I have to put some boundaries. So I can't blame Twitter saying, oh, Twitter's a public platform. No, gotta put some boundaries. So anyway, I want to say moving forward. Now, I am done with Fanina, with SFW, and all that content in general, I'm kind of done. Now, I never liked NSFW. I never liked, going into something like that. I never really was a fan. But I did it just for, clout or people to like me. I'm kind of done with that. I want to do something that's way more fun with me. Now, the new models of videos coming out, but I won't make anything with them. Because, one, yeah, I could, but I just rather leave it for something funner. Because the new models they're beautiful. They actually look good. They look better. They look actually nice. And those are not... Okay, those are just pretty suggestive, and I can't really make them anything else, but... Like, though, I can't justify anything with making them, safe for work. That's just impossible. But they're great. And I won't use them. I just would, wear them because they're cool. But as for content-wise, no. I'm done. I'm done with SW. I'm done with this. I'm done with that. And I want to do music. I want to do safe for work avatars and stuff. I most likely won't get my account back. As much as I would love that. I would crave for that, honestly. I would love that. But, I just want to leave you on with this. Now, I'll leave you on with this, guys. Leave you on with this. I am a changed man. Nothing I done was ever an intent to hurt minors, to hurt people, to hurt things. All I cared about was making content, was making fun. I never ever made content for any sexual reason, or any reason to jerk off, or any reason to have fun. I just wanted have my people to have my avatars and worlds have fun with it. And that's all I cared about. I didn't think of anything else but just letting people having fun. I just want people to be happy. That's why I made my content. It was not for me, but for other people. To make people around me happy, because I was a people pleaser. And I just want you to know, I was never had the intent to hurt minors, to hurt older people, ever. I was never attracted or ever into any person who is younger or any person in general, because I just want to make content. Now, if you come out here and you still believe I am a weirdo, pedo, whatever, I'll let you sink with this. If you always want me to stay in the sin that you believe I am, or you believe I will never change, then there's something that gotta change into you. Because I will change my sin. I will not be in my sin as much. But if you want me to be that, then that's something that you're gonna have to learn how to. You're gonna have to go to God and learn how to forgive people. And forgive people around you. If you can't see that I'm somebody who wants to change, I'm 20, and you still want to hate me, then you need to learn how to forgive. I'm not saying you have to forgive me. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying it's better just to learn and understand that we all can give love to everybody, even people who we think will never change. And some people can't, but you still should love them. And if you do forgive me, and if you do actually think I'm not one, I appreciate you, and I really, really, really take your forgiveness into my heart. I know this is a long ass video, but I really wanted to just tell you everything, because I really, really, really appreciate everything you have done, for forgiving me, and for understanding my point. And to Mal, I want to tell you, thanks for your criticism. And I appreciate what you said, because at the end of the day, you did some things right. You got me to get in a better mindset on how to be a better creator. So, appreciate that. I'll see you. You guys have a good time. Peace. Sonic out. Get off my life, that's right. Get off my life, that's right. Get off my line, that's right. Get off my line, that's right. Go get a life, that's right. Go get a life, that's right. Get off my mind, that's right. Get off my mind, that's right. Off my line, off my line, off my time, off my mind, off my line, off my time. I'm uncancelable. Off my line, off my line, off my time, off my line, off my line, off my time. I'm uncancelable. Get off my life, that's right. Get off my life, that's right. Get off my line, that's right. Get off my line, that's right. Go get a life, that's right. Go get a life, that's right. Get off my mind, that's right. Get off my mind, that's right. Get off my life, that's right. Get off my life, that's right. Get off my line, that's right. Get off my line, that's right. Go get a life, that's right. Go get a life, that's right. Get off my mind, that's right. Get off my mind, that's right.